everyone, it's me, and this is my talk show. Today's episode is all about relationships and sometimes the lack thereof. My first guest is having a little trouble finding a man. Please welcome Lisa to the stage. So what's going on? Where are all the men? Every single woman I talk to and all of my single friends are always talking about how there is this man shortage. I have no idea. I've tried everything. I really have. I've talked to people at work. I work in an office as a secretary and no one there knows what is going on, but it's definitely true. There is a definite shortage of men. How about, have you tried talking to your married friends and seeing if they have advice, or asking people to set you up, people that you obviously know and trust? I've been on so many blind dates, but that never seems to work out. They got only one thing on their mind, and it ain't settling down, and it sure ain't sitting down to get to know someone over a daiquiri. Please welcome Linda Quarters to the stage. Linda is a relationship expert who recently wrote the New York Times bestseller, Finding a Man Under a Rock and Other Places Women Don't Look. So Linda, what's your take on this? Lisa has obviously tried everything in her power to actually find a man. I just want to get to know someone, and I want to share my life and all of my, myself. I just want to get to know someone. Well, there is a man shortage, yes. I know it sounds funny to you all, but it's true, and what Lisa is experiencing is real, and it's what a lot of single women are now facing in this new time that we are living in. But there are still men out there that are ready to mingle, and some that are even ready to settle down if that connection is there. So the question then is not, are the men there, but where are these men? Here is my advice. If a man is single, he is going to need groceries. So Lisa and any other woman could take this advice too. You could get all dolled up and go to the grocery store and just casually bump into men and kind of just see what happens from there. But what if I do that and they turn out to be married? If a man is married, then the wife will be doing the grocery shopping. But what if they don't do grocery shopping? Some people now are choosing to only eat fast food because of hectic work and life schedules. That is a good question. I would suggest the hardware store. Get all dolled up and go there and ask every man you see questions like, what is this? What does this do? Can you help me find this? Make conversation. And my last tip, and this is probably the best one, thank you so much, Linda Quarters. When we heard about your story, Lisa, we decided that we at the show would find and introduce you to an eligible bachelor that lives in your home state. So please welcome Mike to the stage. Hi, hello. So what do you think? Well, I think he's hot, and I think he's a total rad-looking babe. We are going to send you both out to dinner at Pizza Hut, and you can just get to know one another in a no-pressure environment, and we all hope that it works out for you. When we come back from break, we'll be talking to a woman that already has a man, but there is this twist. She doesn't want him. We'll be right back, everybody. Uh-oh, baby, better check your list twice. Uh-ohs are so good if you forget them, you'll be saying, uh-oh, better get some now. Uh-oh, start your morning right, baby, uh-huh. Uh-oh, baby, uh-oh. And we are back. Please welcome Jan to the stage.
Hello, it's nice to be here.
So what's going on? You found a man and now you're ready to throw him back?
Not at all. My husband and I have been married for 2 glorious years, and we have never in all our time together had a problem like this.
What's going on, Jan? What's at the heart of this issue? Come on, let's get real.
This is what happened. My husband went out of town one weekend a few months ago to visit his ill mother that was suffering from hay fever.
Yeah?
Well, I was hearing yelling coming from next door, so I looked out and my neighbor Rod was standing on his lawn and his clothes were thrown absolutely everywhere. So apparently his wife Debbie had kicked him out, so I invited him in so he could use my telephone.
Okay.
Then he's like, can I wait inside for my sister to come and pick me up? Because his sister was supposed to pick him up. That's who he was calling. And I wanted to be neighborly and nice, so I said yes. And Rod just never left. It kept going on and on. It was like 1 in the morning, and I finally just said, sleep on the sofa. I was so tired I couldn't wait up any longer. I'm ill myself. I have horrible knees.
So he came in and wouldn't leave and you let him spend the night?
Yes, and then he just never left, and now I'm fighting a legal battle to have him evicted, and my husband left me over this. He thinks Rod and I have been whooping. And I said, I don't know how he got my underwear. I think he stole them when he was washing his hands in the bathroom. That is sick.
Well, it gets just a little bit more complicated, doesn't it, Jan?
Oh yes, last month he invited this woman, Kelly, over, and because of all the legalities, I couldn't say no, and now she is living there too. I'm a prisoner in my own home.
Please welcome Rod and Kelly to the stage. It's my wife's fault. Oh, I don't care what Jan says. Rod was invited to stay.
Please, they are making messes. They are belittling me every chance they get. They are so rude.
You're a round peg in a square hole. Now, Jan is fine. I don't have a problem with her, but I don't like when big old Mike comes getting in my face. The only reason I had the panties was because I had no underwear of my own to wear. But then she's banging on the door, shut up, just yelling, shut up, over and over, takes the whole stock of books, opens the door, and bang, throws them on the bed with all of her strength. Jan is not some frail woman either. It totally hurt.
Please, Rod, I'm begging you. Please stop making messes. Please be nice. Please stop belittling me and calling me Big Tush. Please stop having wild whoopee in my house when my friends are over. And Kelly, please stop dressing sexy in front of my company. I just want to get them both out so I can take my home back and make my marriage work once and for all. I'm losing everything.
I'm not leaving because my wife... Oh, you wanna bet, baby? So tubular, not? When we come back, we will see if we can get this all sorted out, and if Jan, Rod, and Kelly can all work this whole issue out together like adults. We'll be right back.
Been looking everywhere for your body? Well, look no further. It's at Muscles Gym. Start now. Get your body back.
Do you or does someone you know totally need a rad makeover? Are you ready to confess something embarrassing, or do you simply want to confront someone and say, here I am? If you would like to be a guest on a future episode of Weird World Today, the talk show, contact now and let your voice be heard. And we are back. So it seems like you all just want to live your lives peacefully, but you aren't going about it in the right way. I just want to spend every second I can with Rod. Yeah, I want to work this out, but...
But this isn't fair. I don't want them in my house. I'm not trying to be mean, but that is my house. I just let him in to use my phone, and now I'm getting all-night calls, people coming in and out, yelling, fighting, whooping on my kitchen countertop.
It's like emasculating. Well, yes, Rod doesn't feel like the man that he is sometimes because Jan is always emasculating him. Yeah, she says stop whooping. Guess what, Jan? I'm a grown-ass man. Yeah, like, will you ask her if that's emasculating or not? No. She cut off cable, you know, you can't even watch Dynasty, can't watch anything. I'm sick of it. What else does she want us to do? We can't even have our friends over half the time. Well, maybe it's time to think about getting out of her house and finding your own place. I think that might be a really good idea.
Yeah, and that's what the law is going to tell you. I'm going through all the proper channels. It might not be the channel with Dynasty on it, but it's the channel that's going to get your tushies out of my house.
We wish you all the best, and thank you to all of my guests today, and be sure to tune in tomorrow when Judy Berry is going to show us how to get the most bang for our buck at the mall, and our pastels here to stay. That and more tomorrow. It's going to be awesome, it's going to be tubular, and it might just be a weird world today. The Talk Show. Goodbye, everybody.
Da 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 da.